What is up, guys? Randy here, back for week number 6 of the GBA D League. We're taking on Jolt, coach of the Toronto Staraptors. Now, if you guys want to check out his channel, I highly recommend you do. This guy is extremely smart. I'm getting to know like his battles and his team builders, like seeing him after joining the GBA D League. He's a really smart guy, and I'm really afraid of this matchup and what he's going to bring against me. But ultimately, I do look forward to it because I want to see how he plays and stuff like that. It'll be a fun matchup, I'm sure. But if you guys did not see last week's battle, mine against the Magic Activator, you will know that we actually took a very devastating loss last week that really hurt our playoff chances. But ultimately, my mindset is if we could win this week, because Jolt's one of those people to where, like, I go into every matchup expecting to win. You got to have that mindset, because if you don't, then you'll lose a lot more than you win. So, but this is the only exception. I feel like I will lose this game, but I gotta understand that Jolt's actually coming off a two-loss streak. So we're actually at the same record. So hopefully, if he's on tilt, I mean, I hate to like wish someone's on tilt. I hope he just plays well. But hopefully I can snag a win here. He might be thinking, okay, Randy's he hasn't played he hasn't played me yet, or I could beat this guy. He's not that good. Coco Lucha's not that great. And I'm just messing around. He's not that kind of guy. He's a really humble dude. Like, I'm not like trying to say he's arrogant. He's a nice guy. But like if he ever like doubts my sets or my skills even for a little, then maybe I could catch him. Maybe. I'm just saying that. This is hypothetical, of course, because I'm probably gonna choke or something. But it's just a bunch of hypotheticals. I always think about every possible outcome, or at least I try to. So, but yeah, last week I just played a really bad game. It wasn't live recorded. Like I said, if you guys watched it, my live capture card DS broke, so I'm rocking out with another one this week. I fixed all the dimensions. It should be good to go for the live recording. Worst case scenario, we have another post com, but like I said, it's just last week was a horrible game played by me. Made a lot of brainless mistakes, just very dumb mistakes that I really don't make. I normally have not made all season long. So, and hopefully I can play smart and give Jolt a good match. That's all I can only hope for. So, yeah, it's gonna be an epic matchup here. It's gonna be a really, really key matchup because we're both sitting on the edge of playoffs. So whoever loses might actually be out going into the last 3 weeks. So it's gonna be very important that I play well here, because if I could beat Jolt and go to 4-2, then I can actually be in good shape, because then I can actually afford to lose 2 of my last 3 potentially. But yeah. So leading the way on the Staraptors squad, we have the Mew, Mega Kangaskhan, Needle Queen, Tornadus T, Cobalion, Seismitoad, Zoroark, which is one of his Emons, Diancie, Rotopeet, Gourgeist, and the Scolipede, which is also one of his Emon users, which is very threatening. Scolipede, Kangaskhan, Mew are the top 3 Mons I'm worried about. Mew is the most unpredictable Mon in this format, arguably. Probably is, though. Probably isn't really a debate. So I have to be able to find a way to kill that thing as soon as possible, because the defensive set just completely craps on my team. So gotta find a way. I know the last time I faced the Mew in draft format, I killed it in one turn with a Banded Weezing with Explosion on a switch. So I might do that again. I don't know, because, like, side note, before we get into my team, this team I'm bringing here, I am unsure about a few of the sets. So if I do change them up, then I'll let you guys know. But for right now, this is what I think I'll be rocking for tomorrow. But if I do change up some of the sets, then I'll let you guys know. And this video is like this. I emphasize this because I might change up the team a lot, but I don't know yet. It's just, I'm kind of uncertain. We're actually playing tomorrow. Breaking the 4th wall tomorrow, from today. So I'm not actually playing on Sunday. The day goes up. You guys already know that, though. So, but anyway, so leading the way for me, we got Shaka Zulu, the Tapu Koko, making the 6th straight start. We are rocking out with a Roost 3 attack set. I'm gonna have Nature's Madness once again. I'm actually gonna use it correctly this time, and not just spam Thunderbolt brainlessly like I did last time. Got messed up. So Nature's Madness is gonna be crucial to be able to catch maybe the Rotom Heat, the Needle Queen, the Toad, I guess the Gourgeist even, if he wants to opt to bring that Gourgeist for my Tapu Koko, in case I'm like a physical set or something, which I actually am considering, because physical Koko can actually break through Torn easier. It can break through Mew easier depending on the spread, but it's just heavily walled by It can actually beat down Rotom Heat as well, because if I already Nature's Madness it and carries Eve Wild Charge, depending on his spread, it can actually die to Eve Wild Charge from half. Depending on his spread, he'd have to be like a really, really frail set, which I doubt he brings. So, yeah, nothing else really to say here about Coco. I have enough speed to outrun his Torrentee, which is as fast as Mon unboosted on his team. And of course, everything else is dumped into the bulk. 60 just keeps it at an odd amount of HP, so that's why I have it at 60, and then I dump the other 4. Because if you do 8, it's wasted. So 4 and 4 is how I do it here. But yeah, nothing else to say here. It's just you guys know it's my #1 pick, so I'm gonna rely on it every single week to help me win. So even if it's predictable. So next up we have Highdrag making his appearance after a very disappointing outing last week. I thought I had a lot of potential with this thing, but I didn't play it very well. And Magic had a very great team to wall it. So here, it's actually a little better. I think he doesn't have a great Dark Resist outside of Cobalion. So, like, I could bring, like, a Specs Dark Pulse set and just spam Dark Pulse. But I feel like Chople Berry would be better to be able to catch that Cobalion potentially. I could Dark Pulse on him switching in. And then I could take his close combat with Chople Berry. Even at +1, he'll be at -1 special defense. And I can kill it back with an Earth Power unless he expects Shuka Berry. Which, you know, isn't really... it's not like it's a bad thing to have. Because he knows that Nidoking is probably going to be a decent answer to him. But he'll be at -1 special defense. That'll help me out a little bit. So, of course, I have enough speed here to outrun the Rotom H, the Rotom Heat in case he's max speed, non-Scarf. Not that it could really touch me anyway. But I do have Head Smash for that Rotom Heat in case it's like an Assault Vest set, like a fatter, especially defensive set. That is there to check my Hydreigon or my Coco. So that's what Head Smash is there for. It also hits the Torrentee on the defensive side in case he's like an Assault Vest set as well. And then of course Flash Cannon is for the Diancie because it's 4 times super effective. If he brings Berry Berry, he could do it because Berry Berry would be able to check my Hydreigon most times. So I'll look at some calcs and see if Flash Cannon is worth running, or if I can run something like Iron Head or Iron Tail, because I believe he does get it. Yeah, Highdrag does get it, but you know the accuracy, I'm messing around with that. So I'll look at some calcs. I know Diancie has the same amount of defenses on each side, I'm pretty sure. Maybe it might be worth just to stick with yeah, same defenses on there. So it'll probably be better just to stick with Flash Cannon in the end, especially if he does already switch into a Dark Pulse. So it's not like he'll be at full if I already click it. So I don't know. So yeah, nothing else to say here. No speed Rotom. I'm at odd HP, a lot of coverage moves. Doesn't have a great, you know, answer for it outside of like defensively. Offensively, he has of course Torn, Mew could be faster than me if he runs a faster, like a very, very fast Mew. Scolipede, of course, has to rely on hitting a Mega Horn, but I mean, I already have my ice switch into that thing. So yeah, overall, it's a mon that hopefully I could just get some chip with. That's all it has to do really, and maybe beat down Mew. It has to kill Mew potentially, or pop its Colbur. So, and the Gorgeist. Next up, we have the Hawlucha Roberto making his 6th straight start. Now, of course, Coco Lucha, getting predictable. I know, I bring it every single week, but I almost always have to. I think I do. Like I'm not just saying that either, because there's always 1 or 2 threats that are really fast I want to be able to check. Or if he gets like a fat like Dark type or Grass type or normal type, it's always good to bring him Hawlucha. So, as a pretty okay matchup here, of course you could deal with Mega Kangaskhan. It could deal with Nidoqueen if it's chipped away. It could deal with Cobalion. It could deal with the Gorgeist and the Scolipede. So it's a really good bring here, I feel like. I have enough speed here to outrun a Jolly Scolipede. I mean, Scolipede really can't touch me anyway, so I might tweak up the speed because I might add a lot more bulk because Scolipede isn't really a threat to me offensively. So something I might mess with there. And of course, if you already be at +1 speed, all he'd have to do is like protect, but then or like +1 speed, he can protect, be at +2 speed, and like maybe make something happen or something like that. So, but like I said, you know, this is just a great mon offensively against him. So if I could play it right, last week I played it extremely poorly, probably the worst I've played it all season long. So, hopefully I can make something happen this week with this thing, be able to do a lot more work. But yeah. I mean, it's just reliable. It's a reliable mon to come in here, get instant speed boost, instant bulk, and then just start chipping away with a very strong base 110 acrobatics attack. So, next up we have the Chowder Cloyster making his only his second start since week number 2 actually. where he actually had potential of winning that game, but I played it poorly, just couldn't get rid of the rocks. So Scarf set here, a little bit of a questionable set. I might actually consider running an Explosion over Surf or even Razor Shell for that Mew, potentially. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it yet, but when I was talking about the Banded Wheezing earlier, it kind of had me thinking, wait, I can bring Banded Cloyster and just kill it, but I'm pretty sure Mew won't be his #1 switch, and it'll probably be Cobalion, so. But yeah, this set is able to catch that Torn T off guard. I'm able to outspeed them by 1 point with this spread. I can also deal with Nidoqueen with this set. I could deal with the Rotom Heat with Rock Blast. I could deal with the Gourgeist. I can even deal with the Scolipede because I pretty much wall Scolipede with all the bulk I have, 180 base defense. So as you can see here, I have 200 base defense. 200 defense at level 50 with no investment, which is insane. So I do have Surf as well to hit Cobalion on the special side, in case it's a bit chipped away. Surf does almost have to it if he's running no bulk on it, which he could run. Honestly, he could run a max defense set to check a Shell Smash Cloyster. We don't know yet, so I'll have to keep that in mind. But overall, it's just like, I'm facing Jolt. I'm gonna bring something crazy. And it's not insane, but I gotta bring something different to catch him off guard potentially. I don't know. So I did consider bringing like Shell Smash too, just to like scare him a little bit, but I don't know. Yeah, I doubt he would fall for that anyway. So yeah. Next up, we have No Name, Jellison, and looking at the item, looking at the spread, you guys already know what this is going to do. This is my dedicated Mega Kangaskhan switch in. And I know Mega Kangaskhan gets crunch, but it doesn't actually do that much damage to me. It does a good amount of damage, but that chip damage I get on him is going to be a lot more worth it to me. So I don't mind that too much. My coverage options are actually really, really solid. Scald, he doesn't have like a perfect mod to switch into a Scald besides like an Assault Vest Torn T. Gourgeist can, but I have Shadow Ball, so I can do a little bit of damage with that as well, especially if I burn him too. That'd be pretty nice. Size of Toad, of course, I do have the Giga Drain for that mod. It does 2-shot most variants that are like not max special defense. It's also able to hit the Mew for super effective damage in case I want to get some chip on that thing. And if he is running a more physically defensive set, then I could do a lot more damage to it. I didn't mess with any of the speed. I just max defense because it also checks Scolipede as well. So this checks Scolipede very well, checks Mega Kangaskhan really well. So, well, not really checking Kangaskhan very well because of the crunch, but it's able to chip it away as the way I need it to. So that's good. And yeah, Jellison's been pretty solid all season long. Not gonna lie. I knew it was a good Pokemon. I just didn't know it was that great. So, so yeah, it's been really happy to have Jellison on the team. So hopefully he can come through for me in this matchup. So the last mon here, I have 2 different sets I want to mess with. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna bring yet. I'm leaning towards this one right here, but I will break the 2 down, and I will let you guys know which one I will bring tomorrow, or you guys will know because I'll have it in the layout and stuff. But we do have 2 different sets here. We have the Calm Mind Sweeper. Now, on paper, this mon can actually sweep his entire team, although Jolt probably won't allow me to do it. But if I'm able to get rid of his check, then I can do it. And he can't do anything about it. So I have enough speed to outrun the Nidoqueen. I have max HP pretty much. I have the odd number of HP because I am probably going to be running the Wiki Berry, which is a 50% berry, which I've been really, really fond of, because I love these berries. I play VGC a lot, so really, really clutch berries on fatter Pokemon that need to take a turn to set up, and that way if they do get breaking down to their 25%, then of course I can get that HP back and have no worries about it. While leftovers would probably be better with my subset. It's just like a last minute thing, so I'll talk it over with my front office before we battle. But nonetheless, I'm hoping this can actually be the set that does a lot of work to him, and I can only hope that. So yeah, Shadow Ball and Psychic gave me all the coverage I need. Shadow Ball is able to hit that Mew for super effective damage, and Psychic hits everything else. Of course, I need Shadow Ball for the Zoroark if he brings it, but Zoroark is one of those mons that I can't set up on, so I'll already have to be set up already. So, and once I'm already set up, I'm not gonna switch out either. So, you guys know me. But yeah, it's a really good mon. I can actually beat him on paper, but I gotta play it right. Gotta play it very carefully, But yeah. And the other set I considered was the Purette form. Now this set, probably a little bad, but it does a lot of work to his team outside of Mew. And I'm always gonna come in like on maybe Seismitoad or Nidoqueen, like a Relic Song, put something into sleep and get a free sub up that way. I don't know what it is with me and Substitute, but I don't know what it is. But I figured sub would be alright. But Drain Punch and Ice Punch pretty much hit everything I needed to, except Scolipede and Mew, of course, which is the main reasoning why I decided to run the Calm Mindset, because I can actually beat down Mew somewhat, or better than this set at least. But like the speed wise and like this attack stat is really awesome too, and its speed is really nice too to outspeed Torn. So that's why I considered this set like initially. This is the first set I did consider, not the other one. So and you can argue it does better in some situations, but it really just depends on what he opts to bring. But because I do 100% expect a Mew, I feel like the other set will be better for me, and I can just leave this one to the side and maybe bring it out for another week. So as of right now, I'm leaning towards this Calm Mindset here. But if I do change it, I will let you guys know. You guys will see it in the battle tomorrow. But that is it for me, guys. This is the team we have for Jolt, coach of the Staraptors. It's going to be a very, very tough matchup, although I do look forward to it. I understand the stakes are huge. I need to win, because if I fall to 3-3, then I can only realistically afford to lose one of the last 3 matches, and I still have to play Bagheerna, so that's going to be fun. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I do apologize if I sound like really dry on my voice. It's just I can't talk that long without having water, and I'm out of water, so do apologize. And I also will fix my team builder, because I'm tired of Showdown. I like the way Mr. Talent said it. Showdown just looks kind of ugly, so I'll do what I can to find like a cool way to do it, like with my DS to set it up cool. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the battle. Go Rangers!